morning, this is Susie at Alabaster Flask, and thank you for watching my video today. Sharing a journal that I've been working on for quite some time now called Miss Pinkie Divine, and she's mostly Nicole at ThePaperCameo's digitals, but other designers as well. If you want to know any of the specifics, please do send me a message, and I will be linking things, but you'll need to, if you see something in particular you want to know where it came from, then just send me a message. Lots of mostly digital ephemera in here, although there are a few pieces of actual, this is a receipt or something, but there's no date on it. Maybe a letter. I do not know. Looks like more like a type of receipt inside a folder. This folder is printed up on vintage paper, and the pieces are spray glued to each other. Gives a lovely quality to the paper. It almost feels like a stiffened cloth. More folders and little tuck things. If somebody is interested in this, please let me know. I have a couple of people who've been wanting to see it, but no one's claimed it yet for having not seen the whole thing. This is again printed on the vintage papers, as is this. A French letter from a date which does not appear on it, but there is this lovely stamp. That's wonderful. I love that. More little tuck spots and pieces to write on. Antique French lace. More digital ephemera. And this in here is digital as well, but it's printed on the vintage paper. I know that the paper can make a lot of noise on the digital, so I'm trying to be quiet so it doesn't rattle away. More pieces of vintage ephemera, a little folder, and just places to write. I don't like leaving blank pages, so I have to content myself with making these little folders and things. This is a piece of vintage writing paper, and it did have matching envelopes, but I couldn't find them. I love the gold gilt on the edges. Another little folder. Lots of pieces of ephemera in here, all digital, except for this. Inside here is a French receipt from 1891. So I just tucked that in there. Just got multiple layers of images on there. More French lace. Just vintage laces that I hand dyed and put them onto the tag. Another little French letter. Oh no, this one's just an envelope. More little folded pieces. Printed up. A heavy vellum. I love the way this vellum prints up, and I use it for tags often, and then back them with paper, and then the quality of the image is much more subdued. Another little piece of ephemera with a piece of antique lace. It's my favorite spread. I love these fans. They are just different sizes of the same images from ThePaperCameo printed. A tiny little envelope like the other. Little folder. Just mostly, I think this one is actual, oh, it's an envelope. Again, illegible date. Piece of French antique book page from the 1700s that I've done some decorative stitching on. And more just little pieces of ephemera, digitally printed. And double laces here, all these vintage laces. I have quite the collection, and I love dyeing them. And here is a little piece of a French book page, and enclosed are some little pieces of French lace, antique, and a little strip of printed ephemera from a French document. Go in there. Little tuck spot created from a page. More pieces. Heather and of Ruby and Pearl digital That may be hers as well, with a piece of antique Brussels lace. Another piece of antique French lace over a card. This one, I was fortunate enough to be able to actually print it on both sides. It is digital, but as you can see, it ends up making the document look almost real, although they didn't print on paper this fine back then. And this is just a fold out. Lots of writing space. And more writing space here. Just a fold over on top of that. And the back side of those pages. And not quite stiff enough for a writing board, but it is a large tag with some writing space on the back. Some vintage lace and digital from all over the place. This one actually is an image that I took a photograph of a page in my French fashion magazine from 1860s or 1870s, and then printed it out. It worked quite well, actually. So keep that in mind if you have ephemera and you're not a designer, such as myself. I don't claim to have any capabilities to do digital design, but every once in a while I find something and take a photograph of it and print it up, and that seems to work quite well. So thank you for watching again, and do subscribe if you want to see more. Trying to crank out the journals and get them listed. If you're interested in the journal, please either send me a message. Oh, and this. Vintage pieces of a vintage necklace that I bought on vacation last year, and it just adds just a bit of sparkle to Miss Pinkie Divine. So send me a message if you're interested, and it will not be going in my Etsy shop, but it is available so far. I do have some interest, but let me know. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.